if you don't know me, my name is Heidi Corona. Yes, that is my real name. I'm an intuitive life coach with Spirit Speaks. You can find me at my website, which is www.spiritspeaks.org, or I do have a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/spiritspeaks11. I am a psychic medium, energy healer, animal communicator, pretty much a divine channel for whatever spirit needs to bring through in the highest and greatest good. I am aligned with love and light and God. I want to talk about something that spirit put on my heart. I want to talk about outgrowing your 3D world. And what I mean is like spiritually outgrowing your 3D world and how it's kind of hard and it's kind of a transition as we develop and evolve and grow on our spiritual journeys. We may realize our impatience, that's a very good indicator, our impatience, for instance, with small talk. Okay, that's a really good indicator. Impatience with small talk, okay? Conversation topics. Notice how you're spending your time and how you feel about it. The buttons that are being pushed here, these things that are coming to light that we're becoming aware of, is when we might be in the company of those same old friends, family, coworkers, whoever it is, okay, that we've always gotten along with or always tolerated or whatever the case may be. But now it seems like we just don't have the patience for that anymore. I don't have the patience to talk about the weather with whoever, right? I want to do things. I want to engage in meaningful conversation with you. I want to engage in meaningful conversation with you. This is one of these signs that we may feel inside when we're not exactly plugging in or connecting in the same ways with our outer environment. And maybe some of the reasons that we feel this way, maybe there are others in our lives who we used to resonate with, and now it's not the quality of time that you would like to be spending, right? Now that we're on this spiritual path, spiritual journey, you're taking these steps, you're realizing exactly how valuable your time and energy really is, right? Do I want to spend my time taking healthy steps in my life or enjoying my family, celebrating things, right? Or do I want to spend my time in these other modes? People in the 3D world who may not be on their spiritual paths, okay? That's kind of why we feel a little bit different. We're on a spiritual path and they're still kind of in that 3D world where they just want to talk about the weather, right? They just want to talk about what's going on in the current events and the news and this or that. They don't want to talk about consciousness and awareness and spiritual awakening and past loved ones coming from beyond, right? They don't want to talk about those kinds of things. Maybe they're not ready to hear that. Maybe it's just not in their realm yet, okay? But those 3D friends, family, coworkers, they have all the same energy centers that we have, guys. Chakras, etc. They have all the same tools that we have, but may not be as aware of how their energy is flowing, how their energy is functioning in their lives and in the lives towards other people in relation, right? We as people taking spiritual steps on a spiritual path are becoming more sensitive to energy, how it affects us, how we're feeling, how we're reacting to certain things that are in our lives, right? We're noticing these things that might make us feel a little uncomfortable or feel a little different. We're noticing these things, whereas maybe before when we were in that 3D mindset, before the spiritual awakening, and I can tell you guys, I've been there, I was in that mindset with no idea that any of this was in my realm at all. And that's where some folks are at that we love dearly. Sometimes, guys, those folks unintentionally can drain on our energy fields. I know you guys have felt this, right? Oh man, after I go visit with my cousin, every time I come home, I feel so drained. Oh, I just want to take a nap. Anybody felt that? Anybody felt that? That's normal. That is normal. That means you're learning and growing, and you can actually recognize this happening to your field, this thing that's invisible, this thing that is invisible to the naked eye. You can't see it, but you can feel it, right? You know that drain that certain person has on your energy field, okay? They may not be aware of it. They may not do it intentionally, but it happens, and it affects us. There are also others who are in our lives. Maybe they're not drainers. Maybe they're dumpers. They are the ones who come to us because we have these beautiful lights and these caring hearts and we love people. So they come to us with all their problems and they let us know, all their problems and throw them at us energetically. And we're just, okay, I'll take this. All right, I'll take this for you too because I love you and I want you to heal. And pretty soon we're leaving out the door and we barely fit with all this energetic baggage. Can you guys hear me? Have you ever left someone feeling a little crazier than you really are and you know it wasn't your stuff? I'm talking to you. I am talking to those of you that resonate with this information. We're going to talk about some tips on how to manage this. Because it's happening, guys. There is huge shifts happening. Huge shifts, and I know you feel this. And it's going to become so much more apparent to you to see that 3D mindset in others, where you wish maybe they would become more aware, and they will in their own time. Again, notice how you're spending your time and how you feel about it, okay? The first step to anything is awareness, being aware of what's going on with you, being aware that every time you spend any time with this person or at work in this scenario or whatever the case be, plug in whatever the trigger is for you that you know is affecting your energy, okay? An environmental trigger is what I'm talking about, not something that's unsafe, okay? That's different, guys. I just want to put that out there. So this is someone who maybe overwhelms you with emotional baggage, like I said, or maybe drains your energy, whatever the case. After you leave, you feel weird. Or when you happen to have those interactions, you feel weird. Or it just feels different. And you know what feels different is this doesn't quite resonate with me. This doesn't resonate with my field. That's why I feel weird. That's what people mean. What's important is it's okay to feel weird. It's okay to say, I don't like spending time with my sister because afterwards I feel like crap. It's okay to say that in your mind and your heart. You don't have to tell anybody else, I promise. But it is okay to feel that way. So the awareness, that is the first part, the awareness. So you guys are aware of your energy and the valuable use of your energy, what a commodity your energy is. Do you know this? I know you know this. And when we think of energy in this 3D, whatever, earth world, okay, we say things like, I'm too tired to do that. I just don't have the energy, right? Doesn't this ring some bells? It makes sense. Or I say this a lot. I don't have the energy for this nonsense, right? There's some kind of nonsense. I don't have the energy for that. That's me saying, no, thank you. I'll keep my energy right here and not deal with whatever that is. It's not worth my energy nor my time, right, guys? Or if we say, I'm tired, I lack energy, what do? We take a rest, create some more of that energy, cultivate some more of that energy in our fields until we feel like we're balanced enough to take our next steps, right? But this is what's important here. Energy and the use of our energy as a commodity to ourselves. It's a tool, guys. This is your energy. You have to manage it. You have to manage it. And not only that, but in this 3D realm, we attach any use of energy with a chunk of time, right? Doesn't that make sense to you? I'm using my time and energy, right? Because I'm going to set aside a block of time and put some energy to deal with whatever this is, okay? So look at these blocks of time that you're spending, and these are the things that are making you feel funny, okay? If you're having great times and you're in the flow and you're just going about your day and you don't feel weird about it, hey, I'm talking about things that make you feel drained, things that make you feel overwhelmed from others, things that make you feel not quite yourself, not quite normal. We can pick up a lot from other people. You're aware, okay? You know what it does to you and what you don't like. Step 2. What is your intention? I intend to change this somehow. I intend to improve this somehow. What can I do to make this a better interaction for me? Now, if there's some way that you can completely release whatever that is in your life, or if that is the steps, we all have free will, guys. I'm not telling you to go releasing people, but sometimes just having that awareness is enough for us to realize what we don't want in our lives anymore. You know what? Every time I do talk to my neighbor down the road, I get a bad stomach ache afterwards. That's my body talking to me. He stresses me out, right? This is an example. So guess what? I'm not going to talk to my neighbor anymore, at least not at length, right? These are things we can do. release, remove, refrain from. These are things we can do, whatever these people are that are having this impact on our energetic field. So we can limit the amount of time that we spend either with those people or engaging in those interactions that make us feel funny. Do the best you can with what you have in the moment, guys. That's the best we can do. Now, that is outward, okay? Cleanse your field and solidify your boundaries prior to going to that whatever, okay? I'm talking like, say it's Mother's Day and you're going to go have breakfast with your in-laws and she pushes your buttons, okay? Before you go, say a little prayer to your guides and say, Spirit, please cleanse me, clear me, balance my energy field, solidify my energetic boundaries. I don't want anybody else's junk in, and I would like to keep all of my energy inside to myself as well. Do this before and after, just in case you've managed to snip yourself up any more baggage, okay? Because that's how we are sometimes. So cleanse before and ask specifically, solidify my boundaries. Boundaries, guys. You can cleanse afterwards. I would suggest, if it is a rough encounter, guys, if we're having rough encounters that are kind of stressful, take a shower. Release everything with the water down the drain afterwards. That's a very good cleansing process. Consciously call all of your energy back to you and consciously release all that is not yours to go right back to where it should be. These are important energetic practices, make you feel less crazy. I know all you're doing is asking your guides to take care of some things, guys, but you feel the weirdness. Sometimes it calls for some weirdness to release that, okay? We're living in a world here. We are having experiences here. All right. Another good thing, pray for the other person as well, that they can find healing as well. That's very good sealing to put on your energetic practice. So not only have compassion for yourself, have compassion for the other party involved. When dealing with people on a more 3D level, sometimes it's hard, guys. Sometimes it's hard to know how to talk to someone. And especially, I mean, we love our family members or other people like that. We love them. We want them to become spiritually aware. We want them to attend events like this with us, right? We want them to enjoy all the wonderful things that we are enjoying in our spiritual journey. And we want to open them up to that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's just not the time. Sometimes it's not our place. What I want to give you guys on this is when you're dealing with these kinds of people, if you'll notice, people talk about what they're usually interested in. So when we're approaching our 3D friends who maybe don't want to hear about whatever else or just can't really wrap their heads around it, we start talking, they might think we're a little woo-woo or out there or whatever the case. Allow our 3D friends or family to start the conversation. That gives you a really good idea of where they're at, where they're willing to begin with you in this engagement, in this interaction, okay? I'm feeling this collectively, guys. So let them start the conversation. And then remember yourself as a beautiful soul who is here to shed light in any way that you can, because I believe that we all feel the need to shed our light in whatever ways we can, big and small, right? And when we have these interactions, shed light in the conversation. Shed light in the conversation. Allow the conversation to flow in that 3D manner, but just kind of uplift it here and there when you can. You will know when this is happening. You will know when this is happening, and that is exactly why. Because sometimes when we are interacting with others and it's challenging and there's lessons to be learned or lessons that need to take place, whatever the case be, sometimes, even though we feel like, hey, is this our lesson? Sometimes we're the teachers. Sometimes we're the teachers and we just need to be that compassionate ear. We just need to be that shoulder. We just need to be that person who can listen and can release that baggage afterwards and not hold it as our own. I'm reading this. So wild you said sister, because that's how I feel after being around my sister. Causes a lot of guilt. There are just some people you can't be around for long periods of time, I guess, and that is okay. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And all that means is that person may be a great person. And I'm a great person too, but for whatever reason, our energy just doesn't resonate with each other very well. That doesn't mean I'm good and you're bad. We just don't resonate together. We just don't resonate, okay? Sometimes when we say that doesn't resonate, it's like, I hate that, but it's not. It's okay to have people in your lives, family, friends, whatever, coworkers, whoever. It's okay to have people in your lives that you don't necessarily resonate with, but we're still co-creating. I'm also called to tell you guys really quickly, I feel that it's hard to let go of friends or old people, and I'm not saying anybody needs to, I'm not. It's hard when people seem to resonate away from our lives. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. People resonating away. Like, we don't really resonate so much, so we just don't spend as much time together anymore. You know what I mean? That happens. That happens. And then there's this bit of loneliness. There's kind of a gap where, like, well, I used to have friends, but they were all 3D friends. Now I have this gap of who knows who my friends are before the divine will place in your life a group of friends that you can talk to, a group of friends that can grow with you, or whoever this is in your life. I want you to know that once that space is cleared, that the divine will put another person or another, whatever it is, group into that spot to support your new spiritual journey, to support your new growth. These are people who will be up to speed with what you're talking about. No one will look at you like you're a weirdo. So let me give you some crystals on this, guys. Crystals to help support you on your spiritual journey. I have Snowflake Obsidian and any of the black crystals, black tourmaline, any of the black stones, okay? This one's really good for grounding. This is my Snowflake Obsidian. I just love it. Really good for grounding. Helps keep negative energies away and protects you from absorbing negative energies. These are stones you can keep in your pocket, in your home, in a little pouch, in your purse, whatever, to help with energy management, okay? I also have here hematite. Hematite, also very grounding stone, strengthens your own unique aura, okay? While also repelling negative vibrations. This is very good during your spiritual growth, okay? When you're just kind of stepping into your authentic self, okay? It also sends calming emotions. This one does it. It calms emotions, hematite. Smoky quartz, this is the tiniest piece, but I love it. If you could see, it's just a touch smoky. The light does it no justice. This is a smoky quartz, transmutes negative energy and detoxifies both the environment and your physical body. Smoky quartz, very good stone to have. I also have here fluorite. Fluorite stabilizes and protects the aura, deflects negative energy and stress, helps create and maintain healthy boundaries. Fluorite, healthy boundaries with the people in our lives, right? Fluorite. And of course, I've got some amethyst. Amethyst enhances your calm, strengthens your divine connection and your psychic perceptions, help you on your spiritual journey. This is a polished amethyst. This is a rough amethyst. This is an amethyst cluster. I know it's like kind of dusty. And look at this one. I got some real pretty ones. These are all amethyst, guys, and you can create grids to anchor down your sacred spaces, etc. Get creative, get creative. I will see you next time. I send so much love and blessings, guys.